Hi guys, it's me, Nana, and it is Teacher Appreciation Time. Once again, we're bringing you a collaboration of wonderful YouTube stars, and we are gathering together to say thank you to our teachers. So let's get together and start her up. These will be gifts that you might want to consider for your teachers. Here I have a box. I got this at Michael's on sale. I think they're having a sale still. It's 40% off, and I think I paid $7 for this. I've been wanting one for a long time, and these mason jars were 80 cents a piece. So I think the sale is still going on today, Saturday the 20th. So I got the box, I got the mason jars, and of course, I have some white rock, some river rock, and some succulents. I think it would be wonderful to give the teachers a nice succulent garden, since they are cultivating the children of our next generation. And I thought, since it's very expensive if you were to purchase this, they might appreciate it for their desk, or they can zen out while they're on summer break. So I got these succulents at Dollar Tree, and I got the white rocks at Dollar Tree, and I put the rocks in first, which I found out was a mistake. I should have put the green, there you go, see, I put the succulent with the stem into the mason jar, and then I put some river rock on top of that. Now, then I pulled out one of the short succulents without a big stem, and then put the river rock on top of that. And basically, that's how I did all three of the jars. Now, remember, this is a collaboration. Please do hit the link. I'll be putting it in the description so that you can watch all of the lovely YouTube ladies that are bringing you gifts for the teachers, gifts for the educators, the people who take care of our children during the day. So once again, I'm just filling the mason jar with the white rock. Again, you see, I forgot to put the long stem in, but luckily that was a pretty tough one, and it went kind of right in there. And also, I put the silver ring around the glass jar. I think that really added to it rather than leaving it without. Of course, I didn't put the top in there, but putting the silver ring made it look really, really nice. I think it just added, like, you know, that kind of finishing touch, so to speak. So the last one is, again, I forgot. There's just no teaching an old dog new tricks, right? So it's basically the quickest, easiest way. And I added it all up, and it was under $20. I think it was $17 and change to put this entire grouping together. So as you can see, after we put all three into the box, I decided it needed a label, and it just says Teachers Plant Seeds of Knowledge that will grow forever. I just printed it on my regular inkjet printer, cut it out, and then glued it on top of brown cardstock. And then I glued that, excuse me, on top of the postcard. And that's that. Here we have our this came from Michael's. It's just a regular flower watering can. Some flowers from Dollar Tree. I got 4 bushes, floral foam, of course, and then I have a box cutter. The box cutter is basically to cut the floral foam, and here's that distress ink. I used that to fix up some cards that we made. Okay, so the idea here is to make a bucket full of blooming flowers, just like our students who bloom in the care of their teachers. So I get the floral foam into the can, and I take the flowers off individually, and we get those into the can as tight as I can. In other words, we want it just as full as can be. Now, again, remember, this is a collaboration. This is with our special ladies of YouTube who want to pay tribute to the teachers out there who take care of our youth. So as you see, I'm filling the watering can, and I'm going to be doing something different. I'm going to be creating a garden of gifts. The suggestion here is that the whole class would get together and pay for a gift for the teacher, which would include this can and the flowers within, but there would be special flowers as well, and that would be gift cards. So we're going to fill the can as full as we possibly can. It is so cute all on its own, but we decided to make some paper flowers. And what I did is I just printed those out with my die cutting machine, and then I taped up the form that went with it. But the suggestion here is that you could just have the children cut out flowers and then just include those paper forms that the children made and put the gift cards on those. But in this case, because I don't have a little one, I just cut out my own flowers. And in fact, I went searching for gift cards because I don't have any. So I went and printed out some faux gift cards to show you what we're going to do here. So again, I have these floral cutouts, and I stuck them to skewers. And then I put the gift cards on top of those with a saying at the end. Again, I had to do thanks for helping us to bloom. Again, there you have it. The suggestion is that our teachers do help our children grow. And there you see, I actually printed out some faux gift cards just to give you an idea of what this would look like. And it's just, again, what a classroom does, gets together, donates some money, and then we get the gift cards. Now we're moving on to what I will tell you was something else. That's all I can say. I had an idea in my head because I did two gifts for our teachers. Now, the first one could be a male teacher or a female teacher, but you know, it's always floral, and we do have our male teachers. So I have some supplies that I got at Dollar Tree. The black one is a gift bag. I saw that pattern and that texture, and I thought, that would be wonderful as a portfolio. So I decided I would attempt at making sort of a mini album or a mini portfolio for a male teacher. That was my mindset anyway. So I took apart the gift bag, decided I would put, some notepads in there, and that expanding portfolio that you could put like receipts and things like that. So anyway, I cut the form out that I wanted, and I'll put in the description if you'd like. If you want to know how I made this, just let me know, and I'll put all the measurements in the description, or in the comments. So what I made was what you would call maybe a cover for a book. And then I put in the center a spine. I strengthened it by creating a spine, and I glued it into the center of the soon-to-be portfolio. And then I created a hinge for the expanding file folder, which was a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun. It tested me as far as when I think of something in my head and bringing it to reality. Well, that's another thing. So I gave the hinge, I cut it into, I think, 1.5 by 6 inches, and then I scored it down the center so that the one side of the hinge would be glued to the spine, and the other half of the hinge will be glued and taped to the mini portfolio. So before I could do that, once I made the hinge, then I had to fill in the inside of the portfolio. So I covered anything that would be showing in the black gift bag material, which to me it's more leather-like. I thought, and the consistency it's very strong. And this again was my imagination and what I thought I could bring to light. So here I have what you would call, I called a peachy back in my day, but it's just a binder folder for your papers. So I thought I'd use all Dollar Tree items as well. Everything you see is Dollar Tree. I got two of those striped portfolios for $1. The gift bag was $1. And I even got the green one with the science on it, but I didn't use that. So I used the green this blue stripe portfolio as the inside liner of our soon-to-be gift for a male teacher. And I measured it 8 inches on the right side and then 8 1/8 of an inch on the other to make room for the actual spine. And just like when making a mini album, you have to score anything you put in there so that you'll have a crisp corner. And I got the crisp corner I wanted. And now I'm going to trim and score where I need folds for a flap. Now that's going to be a flap that folds over and on top of the front. So you'll see what I mean in a minute. Again, this is a lot of work. I didn't realize it was going to be that complicated, but I wanted to see, as I said, if I could bring it to fruition, but also to create something that was more masculine in its nature, that a guy wouldn't mind getting at the end of the year. Again, if you'd like to make something like this, of course, you could put a gift card along with it in the side pocket, which I thought would be a really good way of showing a teacher that you appreciate them. And something handmade is always appreciated. So here I'm making the flap on the inside of the portfolio. Now that is going to be a pocket. I glued just the ends so that you could put, you know, little things, little receipts, little tags, whatever. And then I created that hinge for this expanding, or can't remember what this is called. But anyway, I glued it in there, and you can actually use it while it's glued in. There's a rubber band kind of hinge that holds onto that button. And when you open it, you have that expanding file folder, and it works while it's hinged into the portfolio. And here I'm just creating a closure for the inside right, which is again going to be the flap. And it's just a matter of folding and scoring and making sure that we have crisp corners so that nothing falls off and everything will look very professional looking. I was very pleased with the way that it came out, and I do know, having worked at a school for 6.5 years, all I could think was, I know several male teachers. Now, I was going to put a calendar in there, but I purchased that calendar in October of last year, and I didn't receive it until February. And then when I tried to use it, you know, by taking away the months that have already passed, the whole thing fell apart. So I had to nix that. I had to nix that part of it. So anyway, that was kind of a waste of time. It didn't work. But it would be nice to have a little calendar. But instead, I made a pen holder. And that's basically just taking a piece of paper that I used for the portfolio, folding it into a long, thin strip, and then wrapping it around the pen, and basically just taping it into the side. And I put some faux stitching on there to, again, give it a real look to it. Now, this is going to be our final flap. It's going to be inside the portfolio as well as outside. And then we're going to line it with the same, I want to call that leather, but it's not. The pleather. Okay, we'll call it pleather. And I created a little button hinge to hold on to open and close. And I also lined it At first I thought I was going to wrap something around it, but that didn't seem necessary. It holds together quite well just on its own. And that's that silver paper. Again, it looks like something more than paper, but it's just paper. It's cardstock. And our portfolio is coming together quite well. It has an inside and an outside. It has 2 pockets, one on the left and one on the right. And then I created a notepad. You can make a notepad with paper, a backing, and hot glue. So I took some vellum paper printed out from the desk of, put some hot glue on the top and spread it in. You put it on and then you spread it down and even with something strong like a credit card. And there you have it. You have a homemade notepad. And what I did is I just hot glued it into the portfolio. Where it joined, where the hot glue is, to give it a more smooth look, I just put some of that silver right there on top of it again. Oh, pardon my head. And you just have a desk portfolio where you could get anything you need in no time at all. It was a wonderful, wonderful thing to put together. So I finally, this is the last part to give it a finished look. I cut out some more of the black pleather and I lined the silver with it. So I hope you enjoy this. This will be it, of course, and I left some pictures at the end so that you can see them up close. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that if you're a teacher or if you know a teacher, that you make sure you tell them thank you. And I hope this inspired you to make something for the teachers in your life. Until next time, have a wonderful weekend, and hey, summer's around the corner. See you soon. And don't forget, guys, this is a collaboration, so check out the other ladies and all their ideas for teacher gifts, okay? Again, I'll see you soon. Make sure you bring that color into your life. Bye now.